We've now crossed into a new state, so we've gone from South Australia into Victoria, Melbourne being the capital there. Riding days now 110, over 13,000 kilometres, and yeah, getting towards the 500 hours on the saddle. Current location is Aireys Inlet. It's towards the end of the Great Ocean Road and just west of Melbourne. Really getting there now. There's not so much that hasn't got the yellow dots on, so progressing well. The last 5 days, we had a couple of bad days where certainly the hard shoulder was limited or not there, and a lot of trucks. As we were going towards Portland, there was a lot of logging trucks, huge numbers of pine forests, which were quite good to look at, but the number of trucks were really quite high. And okay, if there's just one coming in each direction, but when there was one coming the other way as well, really very little room, and you had to get off the road. First, I really felt uncomfortable riding, I have to say, just because there was just nowhere to go, so it was a little bit disjointed. So not quite so enjoyable. The next day was still similar because we had to get past Portland, but on the Victorian side, when we crossed the border, the hard shoulder was at least there, and we did have somewhere to move on. Days 109, 110 were spectacular days on the Great Ocean Road. So lots of stops because there was a lot to see, but the conditions and the views were absolutely stunning. So for the last day, I've got the profile because that was the hilliest day so far, but very much worth the effort. A couple of pictures here of the Great Ocean Road, and you can see the conditions are wonderful. Very nice days. You can see here, this picture tried to show the Great Ocean Road does go right along the ocean, so it's a very windy road, but wonderful views as you go through, lots of places to stop, lots of photograph opportunities. This was day 110. We had to climb up to Labour's Hill. This is certainly the biggest climb we've had of the trip, and it did take us 1.5 hours to do those first 30 kilometres to get to Labour's Hill. Then you came all the way down to the coast again, and then we had to climb up again to go through the Otway National Park. However, the profile was shown, but the scenery was definitely worthwhile. Up next, we go into the southern suburbs of Melbourne. We go on to Phillip Island and then on to Lakes Entrance, and ultimately in the Sydney direction. I'll keep you posted on the way.